Ben Sebastian here, curator of the Sonic Symphonic podcast, composer of the Kalasin series of albums. I thought I'd try something a little bit different today. I mean, you know, as much as it's nice having all of these heavy metal bands and being in my box room studio, it's also nice to be out in the open air, and that's where I decided to take the review. Let's see if I can put it together. As luck would have it, my tripod broke, but here I am looking like a madman in my local sort of park, attempting to do a black metal review. And the band in question is Too Much Said for Nature, and the EP I'm dealing with today is called Grey Part 2. There is a Part 1. I haven't listened to it. I have listened to some of Part 2, and this is my two favourite selections from them. So the third track is called Forest, and here it is. Atmospheric rain. Here we go. Wait for it. No, not yet. Back to atmospherics. And thus we start the cycle again, no doubt. don't tell me. And that's it. Go out. Let the rain play out, let the atmosphere subside. Okay, well, I didn't think that went too bad as a review kind of sort of went out in the park. I mean, no one's looking at me like I need to be sectioned, although they probably would if they were listening to the music, because, you know, normal folk and all that kind of stuff. But hey, I can do this more often. It's a shame about the tripod ringing and the phone call that attempted to come through twice whilst recording this. But there you go. But as for the music, I love the sound of it. I love the vibe. I love going on early morning hikes at like 4 a.m. in the morning, and it's always black metal or black metal kind of orientated stuff that I listen to, and I absolutely really enjoyed this. I love the pullback into the atmospherics. And it'd be so good on a rainy morning. I mean, I'm a nutcase. I absolutely love hiking in all weathers. So, you know, this is definitely, you know, grey. It's music for the grey mornings, and quite aptly titled. And, you know, I really want to give this EP a full spin, as well as the first one. There is a third one coming in production, which apparently has got a bit more sort of a death influence as well. It's more about the band. It's black metal. It's from Finland. It's a one-man project, but featuring sort of numerous guest vocals. I won't do these gentlemen the disservice of mispronouncing their names, so I'm going to populate all of the links below, and I'll let you crack on with that one. But awesome tones throughout, awesome kind of very traditional black metal production. You know, things like sort of Dark Throne, Burzum, Mayhem kind of spring to mind, and yeah, I'm absolutely in love with it. And so for my second pick, I really hope this video kind of pulls off all right. You know, I hope the wind and the plane overhead and the screaming kids and the cars and all that kind of stuff don't interfere too much with the audio. I'd like to do a little bit more of this. It's not very black metal being out in the sun, but here we go. We're going to do it anyway. Track 5. And that, it would appear, is it. So, slightly more sunburnt, definitely a little bit more sweaty for having listened to some black metal, and I absolutely loved it. And again, yes, it's so good to hear this kind of music produced. There's not enough of it that's good, and this is like so traditional but yet so meaty sounding. It's thoroughly enjoyable. Like, if you like this, if you've got any comments on the video style, like this might look a little bit random compared to most videos, and I've yet to see how it will look in editing. But if you've enjoyed this video, I can take you to castles. I can see one just over there. I can take you all sorts of places. Maybe even take you on the morning hikes. You know, let me know what you thought of the style of the video. But as for this, as for the music, as for the band, highly recommend them. And I just literally, like, I want to get stuck into Grey Part 1, Part 2, and then assumingly Part 3. Sorry, trying to manage 2 devices at once, not so easy, but these things you don't think of when you think, just come out and do this. So yes, Too Much Said Nature, out in the nature, out in the glorious British countryside, well, sort of countryside. I'm sure there's a motorway running through here somewhere to spoil it all, but I've been Ben Sebastian, and this has been Too Much Said Nature, but not too much say my ears, and hopefully yours as well. Thank you very much.